Hey, good morning. Welcome to Shake the Frost with Raymond. Hope you're doing all fantastic. Couldn't be better. Not at work. View of a lake thanks to my crazy neighbor Paul. Speaking of crazy neighbor Paul, you're going to want to tune in to the end. Huge YouTube shattering giveaway at the end. So you got to watch right to the end to see how Paul's involved with that giveaway. So today, to start off with, we're going to do some coffee. I'm going to do the Frederick's Michigan Cherry that Eric sent from Dances with Wolves. I'm going to do the Michigan Cherry in this little contraption that I picked up at the thrift store. And it's my kind of like a reverse French press. And then the other one I'm going to do as a percolator, which, as you can see, some water in the boil. Percolator's ready to drop in the grinds. So without much to do, I'll be right back, and we'll have this stuff all coffee ground and ready to go. The coffee that we're putting into the percolator, of course, that came from Eric as well. Another Frederick's. This one's not the Michigan Cherry in the percolator. That'll be in the reverse French press. This will be the breakfast blend by Frederick's. And then again, from Eric Dances with Wolves, check out his site for some awesome Coleman and coffee and friendship. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Welcome back. I have the Michigan Cherry sitting in the brew tea. I'm sure it's just usually meant for tea, but I think it should do fine. The Michigan Cherry is pretty fine grind, and man, it smells like cherry, I can tell you that. And then I ground up the Frederick's breakfast blend. I've got it in the percolator, and I think the water is pretty much ready to rock. So we're gonna put it in there and get that fired back up again. That perk away, and I'll put the hot water from that other kettle into the brew tea, and get right back to you when we're ready to drink. Just seen a couple of deer out the back there, but I don't see them right now. Crazy. I took a video earlier when I went outside, and I could hear turkeys, but I couldn't get them on video, but I could hear something, frog maybe, and it sounded like a quad starting, and you can kind of hear that in the video. Hopefully it goes pop 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 pop. It was real weird. Anyway, if you know what it is, I have a feeling it's a frog. I'll be right back, and we'll have some coffee. Hey, I'm back. All right, well, I'm going to try the Michigan Cherry in this item here. I don't know how long it's supposed to steep. Probably long enough, and then I'll tell you a story as we wait for the percolator to quit. But let's try this. There, we got that. Give it a stir. Make sure everything's stirred up well in there. The Michigan Cherry, you can smell it. Thank you again, Eric. Let's see. Quite a fine mesh at the bottom. Maybe it's specific for tea only, but we're gonna do some coffee through it anyway. Yeah, there it goes. Awesome. Awesome. So that, again, this one is the Michigan Cherry, and the percolator that's percolating in the back is the breakfast blend. So that, I think we'll put in the sink. Cherry. All right, we're gonna add some little scoop of sugar, a little bit of cream. So I can't do that with one hand, I suppose. I'll be right back. All right, as I sample the cherry that we just made, I'm gonna tell you a story about living away and things you got to take care of when you're away, and the people you need to rely on, because quite often you're 1,000 kilometers away, something's going to happen. So, you know, here I am, want to load the trailer and get out of Dodge, and I get the call that the fridge doesn't work. So anyway, won't be a long story, but that's when you rely on the people around you and your neighbors and YouTube to try and track things down. Anyway, I ended up getting home, small window of opportunity to fix the fridge, and hook the trailer up to the fifth wheel and go, and dial in a video. I'll put her link down below. RV technician, lady really knows her stuff, and she said first and foremost, tells you where to test and how to test and which point is the ground. So if anybody had no idea, you'd be able to do that with her. And I test, and sure enough, I've got low voltage, not no voltage, low voltage. And she said, don't get fooled by 1 or 2 volts. It's not enough. It's got to be 12 volts, and I didn't have it. So it was in her opinion that there was nothing wrong with the fridge other than not getting 12 volt, which is what my crazy neighbor Paul had established as well. But you know, when you're diagnosing something, you want to start again at A and go to Z, or else you run the risk of missing something. So I went and then tested for where the power would come from, which is your power converter, and I tested all the fuses, ohm tested them, and they ohmed out fine. Then checked the breakers, all the breakers were good. I called my friend, an RV guy, and I said, hey, do you have any info on this power converter? And he said, just put new fuses in. And I said, well, the fuses ohm out fine. He said, just put new fuses in. So sure enough, one of the fuses that tested out fine with my tester clearly wasn't making allowing enough power to go through or making a good connection. I put a new fuse in, and bang, the fridge fires up. So he said he's seen it before as an RV tech, that the fuse tests good and it just isn't. So, you know, not blown, element looked good, tested with the ohm meter, bad fuse. So anyway, here we are. So I'm gonna try the cherry, and we'll see. That's good. That's good coffee. I think we got a good deal. $2.25 for that brew tea. I'm sure it's meant for loose leaf tea, but it seems to do coffee just fine. Perfect. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. I'm going to pour myself some of the percolated coffee. I can see that it's quite dark. The perks are quite dark, so I'm going to get that in the cup and test out the breakfast blend. Might as well have 2 different coffees in a day, hey? And I'll talk to you in a bit. All right. Good color. Good smell. So this idea, I should tell you, this idea I have to increase my followers, my subscribers, from 44 to 500 in the next couple of days is my crazy neighbor Paul. It involves Paul, but don't tell him because he shouldn't know, because it'll be kind of by November by the time he figures out that this is missing. But my idea is that I'm going to go to crazy neighbor Paul's and I'm going to grab his garden gnome. I'm going to permanently procure his garden gnome. Permanently borrow, I guess, is a better word. And I'm going to give that to a subscriber. So I think within the next couple days, that it'll go from 44 subscribers to 500-ish just with this garden gnome giveaway. And if you see Paul today, because we might, don't tell him my idea of gaining all of these followers. Anyway, back to the Frederick's breakfast blend. Let's try that. Ooh, percolated coffee is hot as heck. That's delicious. Awesome. Thank you for hanging out. Hopefully have another video here this morning, possibly, with another crazy idea, and maybe meet Crazy Paul. And check his place out. For sure we'll check his place out a little more thorough. Lots of animal noises coming from the bush, that's for sure. And he's got lots of camera video of bear, elk, muleys. Yeah, lots of skunks, lots of animal in the area, and it all automatically goes to his phone, which is pretty cool. I'm wishing you all a happy long weekend. I don't think it's a long weekend in the States yet. That's next weekend. But in Canada, this weekend is the long weekend. So you all take care. Good to see you all. Thanks for joining me, and I'll show you a bit more of the lake and the trees, or maybe go for a walk, hunt for some sheds like Mike from Krubby's Outdoor Adventures mentioned. If I find any, I'll definitely be forwarding them to you, Mike. And hope you're all having a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon.